Well, hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Arthur Kenyon, Will Build Apps, Ali, good to see you. Angelo, welcome. The Will Build Apps is farting on people and dropping bombs. Are those fart bombs? Hello from Brazil. In Brazil, do you say hola? Is that Portuguese? Hola? Maybe not. Nice. Yeah, hola. Welcome. Elf Lambie. Good to see you. Let me scroll up my chats here, make sure I didn't miss anybody. What? Who was that? Alex, I see you, my friend. I see you. Hello, good to see you. Anyone else? Scroll. 0402 JYP. What, the Jip? I just call you Jip. How about that, Jip? Hola. Welcome, everyone. Welcome from Brazil. Good to see everyone today. Man, I have had a busy week. Holy crap. Alex, do I have my webcam turned on? I don't see you. Yeah, I don't think it's on. You need to turn it on because I don't see you. Yeah, I've had a crazy busy week. On Monday, I started out by speaking at 2 events. One in Brazil, the Xamarin event in Brazil, and then one at Singapore, the Singapore Xamarin Monkey Fest lunch break thing. Those were fun. I had a lot of fun. I'd like to thank all the organizers of those events for having me come talk to them, and yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a little late for me. The Singapore event was like 10 p.m. my time, I think, something like that.
Really love
Yep. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Yeah, the Brazil one wasn't so bad. Brazil was like 5 p.m. my time. Not a big deal at all, right? But yeah, the Singapore one, man, that was late. Here, I gotta close all my notifications down because people are starting to text me and message me. We know how that goes, don't we? I mean, technically, I'm still working. But no one knows I'm live streaming right now, right? It's not like my boss ever joins my live stream. Elf, big fan on your short tech format on YouTube. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really try to keep videos at 10 minutes or less because that's about my attention span myself. So I wouldn't expect anyone else to watch an hour-long video on how to do something really simple, right? So I try to keep it short and concise. I still make a few mistakes now because I try to keep it so short. I sometimes leave stuff out, which are kind of important. So, for example, on my I think on my very first video, I'm starting to do about 2 videos a week, and on my very first video I did on the async void and calling a task in a constructor of an object, I actually forgot to point out a void method. I kept it a task the whole time, so it was a little confusing to people watching. Like, hey, wait a minute, Brian, you said you're talking about async void, and the issue is in the video I'm talking about. Yeah, you have this task, and you want to call it in a constructor. The common approach is people will make that task a void. And in my video, I totally forgot to do that, and I kept it a task the whole time. So it was a little confusing. I'm getting a little better. Right? But when you're going fast, you're trying to keep it short, it happens, right? Ali, did you say your wife got a corona test? Yes, and we did get the result. It was negative, so she just had just a normal illness that made her sick. So, yay! I'm so happy about that because that means I most likely won't get it, right? Because that's what I was worried about. I was like, holy crap, my kids, me, right? Because if shit gets it, I'm getting it. Like we're a very affectionate family, so if she were to get it, I would have had it. So I'm so glad it wasn't that. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your well wishes. I greatly appreciate it. JD Girl, I see JD Girl in my chat. Hi, JD Girl. For all of those of you watching now, JD Girl is my 10-year-old daughter. Hey, JD Girl. She's actually, I don't know if she's in the kitchen, over there in the kitchen, or if she's in her room. Yeah, Harrison, those Corona tests were evil. I had to have it twice and thought they scraped my brain. Ugh. Yeah, well, on this one, they didn't like, because I was in the car, it was like a drive-in, right? We just kind of drove through, and they came out to the car, you roll your window down. They didn't like, this one wasn't really like deep where they go like to hit your brain. It was uncomfortable, but they didn't go that far back, right? JD Girl, I have to save up my Brian bucks. Yes, you do, JD Girl. You need to save up them Brian bucks. Okay. So did anyone see the Uno Conf event? I don't know if anyone saw that. Uno Conf. So Uno, the platform for multi-platform app development, right? What'd you all think about that? What'd you all think about that? Now, I did try to stir up some trouble because during that event, you know, the Uno team did some benchmarking tests around performance on rendering and things. And their benchmark test showed that MVVM was faster than MVU, which is the model view update. And so, of course, I had to throw that tweet out there. And then all the MVU people are like, no, what are you talking about? Heresy, blasphemy. Right? They got all butthurt and offended that someone had benchmark showing that their precious MVU wasn't as fast as MVVM. So Will says, I'm not so convinced about the performance test comparing Uno with Flutter using Skia. Yeah, I think they were testing something very specific, though. It's not a general, like, this is faster than the other. They were testing a very specific, I think it was the UI updates, not necessarily the programming model itself, right? Just that using MVVM, updating a label, for example, or rotating and having that update on the UI faster than recreating the tree, re-rendering the component to display that updated text. That's my understanding of it, right? It's a very focused, right? Very focused benchmark, but it's on GitHub. It's on GitHub. So actually, you know what? Here, let me find the link and I'll just share it in chat. And then everyone can go check it out, right? For themselves and run it locally and see what they did exactly. But I'm pretty sure it was very focused on one little scenario. Where is it? I had it here. I had to send it to a whole bunch of people that were crying foul that there's no way MVU's the greatest in the world. Your MVVM sucks and slow. MVU's the best. Where is that link? So anyway, Uno will become Maui. Actually, Uno's already Maui. Uno is so far ahead of the Xamarin.Forms Maui product, it's ridiculous. Where is that link? Yeah, Uno's already way ahead of them. Like, for reals. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding this link. Nope, that's not it. I think I'm getting closer. Man, I didn't realize how many people I replied to about this topic. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. And it's funny because it's not even my words. It's not even my statement. But, like, I'm not defending this. Here's the link. There, I put the link in chat. Feel free to check it out. Right? Download it. You know, modify it. Add some tests. Add some benchmark tests. I don't know. It's not my statement. But you know what's interesting is during the whole process of the MVU universe coming after me for, you know, saying that their stuff was slower, which I didn't even say. Those aren't my words, right? I just quoted the Uno Conf presentation and provided a link to the benchmark tests. I did learn that all these modern frameworks like React and Xamarin.Forms and Blazor and things like that, they're not truly MVU. So that new MVU that Xamarin.Forms is adding, it's not a true MVU pattern as it was originally created and defined. Instead, it's like a modification of it, and they use it more as a marketing term, right? So the hardcore MVU people, like from the Elm, I think it's called Elm. I think that's what it's called, right? They came up and said, actually, that's not even MVU if you want to get technical. You know, I was like, oh, I didn't know that because I don't know. That's not my space, right? But yeah, I mean, if you want to get technical, according to them, the MVU in Xamarin.Forms is not MVU. React is not MVU. So, but you know how it is, man. People with their frameworks, whew, they get defensive. Like it's their child they're talking about, like a family member that you've insulted, right? They want to duel to the death or something. Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, well, they do. They take it personal. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, okay. Oh. Yeah. Way too personal. I agree, Will. Way too personal. Okay. So I was replying to other people, like, complaining about MVU when I found that link. I was like, oh, crap. I got some notifications on my Twitter. People are like, MVU's the best. You suck. How dare you say it's slow? Like, I didn't say it was slow. I'm sorry. But now I have that link handy, so I'll put that link in the chat. I have it handy. I'm going to copy and paste it. Hey, I didn't say this. Here's the benchmark test. Go for it. Knock yourself out. Don't come after me. That was hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Don't blame the messenger. Alex, just let Clancy fight that battle. No kidding. No kidding. Clancy is like, he is all about MVU. Like, that's his thing. Yeah, Comet. Thank you for that link. Everyone check that link out. Comet is Clancy's framework. His MVU framework. Yeah. That stuff's... That's not my space at all. Ruben, good to see you. Hello. Thanks for joining today. All right, so today I actually thought we'd do something kind of cool. I thought I'd show you how to extend Prism. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me pop open my my web browser here and get to the repo and switch my scenes to desktop. Right, so there was an issue that someone reported, or submitted, I should say, not reported, submitted, about how to add tabs to a tabbed page using MVVM and Prism. So what they want to do is, you know, they want to have another method on the navigation service to add a tab, right? And so I'm like, oh, probably not something I would add, honestly. Looking at this, this is probably not a scenario that I'm going to add to Prism itself, but I figured why not just show you how to do it yourself and how easy it can be. And you can use the existing Prism source code. You can read it to see how we do things and just take that code and make this feature yourself, right? So I thought we'd do that today. I thought that'd be kind of fun to think around with. So let's do that. And so what I want to do is just let me open up my Visual Studio. Let's do Visual Studio here. And create a new project. And of course, I'm going to create a new project. Click the button. Visual Studio, hello. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's that. Visual Studio doesn't want to work today. It just crashed on me on a file new. That's ridiculous. Swami! Swami, my friend, good to see you. Okay, let me try this again. Here, let me launch Visual Studio again. Okay, I'm gonna click create new. Does it crash? This is crazy. Look. Oh, wait. What is going on? Not responding. Oh, it worked. Holy crap. Okay, so a blank Prism app works for me. Actually, let me try something. I don't know if I have this installed. Oh, I don't have it installed. I need to install that. Oh, I do have it installed. The app map. I'm gonna create an app map project. And so for those of you who don't know what app map is, It's a extension to Visual Studio that allows me to design my applications using a Visio type experience. So, for example, I just want to have a tabbed page, and I have 3 tabs. And so what's going to happen is it's just going to generate all this code for me. Okay. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I only want 1 child. So I'm actually going to delete these. I'm going to delete those right there. Because I'm going to add a button. I'm going to add a button to create a new tab. So let's just generate this. One tab in my tabbed page. Let's create this project. Let's see if it builds. If not, I'll just... Because I haven't updated the app map template in a while. So it might be a little out of date. So hopefully it's not out of date. Hopefully it still builds just fine. We'll find out really quick. Yeah, Shwami, nice way to start a show. Visual Studio just crashing. Okay, so now, I mean, Visual Studio kind of has me worried now. I wouldn't even create a file new. And so let's just build and see what we have. Does it even build? The file new build. We'll know right away. Well, as long as it takes to compile. What is going on with Visual Studio? It never takes this long. Okay, it worked. It worked, but I'm worried. I'm worried about my Visual Studio. Okay. So what we have here is a Prism application. Let me shrink this down a little bit. So we're gonna have our main page. You know what? I don't even need the navigation. We're just gonna go straight up tabbed page. Straight up tab page. So if we look at our views, we have our main page here. This is going to be our tabbed page, right? And then we have our tab child. Now, what I want to do is I want to add a button to this, right? The Wolf 110! Thank you for the follow, my friend. You know what that means, right? You know what that means? It means we are blending. Yes, we are blending now. Okay, so what I'm thinking is what we want to do is the request was I have a button like on my tabbed page, maybe in a command bar or something like that, right? And then when I click that button in the view model, we're going to create a new tab dynamically. Just boom, a new tab. So let's do that. And you know, it's been a long time since I've done this. There is a, is that a command bar? No, what is that? What is that thing called? Menu bar? Nope, not menu item. I thought it was a command bar, but I guess it's not a command bar. Toolbar. No, not toolbar. Oh, wait. I'm being ridiculous. I think it's a toolbar. Toolbar items. I think that's it. And then, wait, is it a toolbar item? Someone help me. Someone help me. I think it's a toolbar item. Add tab. Right? I think that's right. Then let's add a command. Do a binding to add tab. Command. That work? That works. I think this is it. But I think actually in order for this to show up, I have to be in a navigation page if I remember correctly. Okay, so let's go to our main page view model here. We'll add a command to do just that. We'll call it add tab command. And then we're going to execute our add tab, right? Okay. Let's see. Oh, my boss is... Hold on. My boss is messaging me. Oh, hold on. Whoop. Okay. One sec. Let me see what he's saying. Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Back to work. Back to work. Okay. So what we want to do is we have this navigation service, right? It's a property in our base class, so we'll say navigation service. If I can spell. Dot. And we're going to do, we want to say add tab. Whoop, that's not the word. That's not the word we want. Add tab, async, and then like the name of the tab. This is what we want to accomplish, right? Something like this. And then when we click on this, we're going to add a tab. So we'll say tab child. That's what we want. That's what we want. Actually, what I better do is I better hook up my device here. Hold on, let me hook up my Android device. Plug that into my computer. Let me launch my Visor. So Visor is an application that I use to mirror my Android devices, okay? It's called Visor. I think they have a free version, but I went ahead and paid for it because it's not expensive, and I like to support the tools that I use, right? Oh, I assume you don't really want async void. Well, I could use my extension, but in this case, this is a command, and commands are not async by nature. So this is equivalent to an event handler. But for demonstration purposes, this is going to work just fine. What the heck is that? What the heck is that?
That is a raid! Telltale Code is raiding with a party of 13! Holy crap! Thank you very much for the raid. Good to see you. Where's the comment? No one's spamming the content. Come on! Well learned code, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. What were you talking about? What were you talking about? I need to know what kind of cool stuff you were doing.
I actually need to join earlier to watch your streams. Because obviously I come on after you, so I need to sign on a little earlier just to check out what you're doing. Okay, so for all of you who just joined and got through the ad that you probably had to watch. Oh, interviewing a recruiter today who's speaking at CodePalooza. Oh, nice. What we are doing is we are working with a Xamarin.Forms application. And while I talk, I'm going to just go ahead and debug this project because it can take a... Hey, wait, what's going on? Oh, nope, stop that. I need to set the Android project. Okay. Yeah, see, this is a little outdated, and that's fine. I don't care about hot reload right now. That's not what we're working on. Google Nexus. Okay, so while this builds and deploys and everything, I'll talk. So what we're doing is we are going to extend a framework called Prism. Now, Prism is a architectural framework / library that helps you build modular, maintainable, extensible, testable, XAML-based applications like WPF and Xamarin.Forms and Uno, right? And so what we're doing is there was a request on GitHub for a feature. Now, this specific feature most likely won't make it, probably won't make it, I don't know. Probably won't make it into the actual framework, so I'm going to show you how to extend, right, to extend the framework, to extend Prism, to add this functionality in your own code. Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so we have, okay, perfect. So here is our application. The request is they want to have a tabbed page, okay, in their Xamarin.Forms application. And then at runtime, they want to click a button in their UI somewhere. So, for example, we just added this, this add tab. And then they want to add the tab dynamically at runtime, okay, using the Prism navigation framework. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement that. And we're going to implement it with not having access to the source code of Prism. We're going to just create our own thing to do it, okay? And so to do this, let's start by creating an extension method. Well, a new class. We need a new class. That's what we need. And actually, let's do this. I'm going to put this in a folder. We could put core, right? That's fine. And I don't know. How about another one? Navigation. Right, and then I'll put it in here. So I like my namespaces to make sense. Okay, so what's that? Odo 1? Makes me want to boot up one of my WPF apps I'm working on. Yes, for sure. For sure. Boot it up. Okay, so we're going to call this iNavigation Service Extensions. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do an extension method. So public. Actually, it doesn't have to be public. It really doesn't. We can make it internal if we want. Okay. But we'll just, you know what? Let's just make it public. Why not? Why not? What the heck? What the heck? Okay, so we'll say public, a void. For now, void. I don't know what this is going to turn into. We don't know what this looks like yet, right? So we'll say public void, add tab. Probably should be static, actually. We are in a static class. Add tab async, so that we probably won't be a void, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's just work with this. And then we'll say this navigation service. This is from Prism that we're going to extend. Right? And we'll do a string, and we'll call it name, the name of the tab. And we'll probably extend this a little more later on. Like, we'll probably add support for parameters and things like that, right? So I don't need that open. We got that working, so I don't need that. I don't need my app XAML. This is good. Okay. So now we can come in here. For now, let's get rid of this async void for now, because we don't know what we're working with, right? And we're going to add our namespace to our extension method. So, woo, there we go. First step. First step complete. We have our extension method off the navigation service that Prism provides called add tab. Well, oh my gosh, I put 2 B's in there. Rename. Add tab async. Okay, perfect. And just in case you're wondering kind of how this is working, let's kind of back up just a little bit. So when the app starts, Prism is going to create a navigation page and then stick our main page onto that navigation stack. And it's essentially equivalent to this. Main page equals new navigation page, new main page. That's what this line of code is equivalent to, okay? That's what we're doing. That's what is actually happening. Okay, so then, what's that? Vincent, hey, good to see you. Just woke up from a deep sleep. Well, you should be rested for all this greatness we're doing. Okay, so that's when the application starts up, and the application's main page, which in our case is a tabbed page, right? Our main page is a tabbed page. It's going to be the first page you see. Now, when this tab page is created, we also get this view model that's created for us. And we are injecting the iNavigation service. This is a service provided by Prism. So you don't have to like new this up or anything. It's just created for you and given to you, right? And then we pass it to our base view model. And our base view model apparently has some methods and stuff on here for navigate, just to make things a little easier for you. But boom, done. So we're passing the navigation service to the base view model, right? And that's setting this navigation service property. That's all it's doing. That's where this property is coming from, okay? Odie, sorry if I missed this. Is Prism a new framework? No, Prism's been around for, since 2008, I think. Has over 13 million downloads. So, yeah. It's been around a while. It's a pretty popular framework if you're doing WPF or Xamarin.Forms. Now, Xamarin.Forms, Prism for Xamarin.Forms is relatively new. It's only a few years old, but it has over 1.5 million downloads, right? K1, good to see you. JujuBox. Yes, I do YouTube. I do. Okay, there's a dad joke in there. I do YouTube. JD Bug's not watching, or she totally get me on that one. You know, because I said do, right? That's like a 10-year-old joke. Yes, I do. Click on that link, and you'll see my videos. Okay, so now that we have this navigation service, that code, we're done here. Like, we don't need to come back here yet. Okay, so now the trick is, well, Brian, now how do I extend Prism's navigation service to add a page to my tab at runtime, clicking on this? Okay, so this is where I'm going to show you the trick to extending Prism. It's called read the source code. That's the trick. I'm sorry. That's the trick. Okay, so let's go into Xamarin.Forms, for example. We're going to go into navigation, and we're going to see there's already some extensions here. And so we can kind of look at this. And actually, you know what might be better is under tabbed pages, there's another extension called select tab, right? And so I can use this as a guide to help me implement my own extension method. I can almost copy and paste this, right? I can almost copy and paste this. Vincent, I tried coding, but I just don't understand why I was getting XAML constructor constraints binding exceptions on my controls. Even that splash screen thing failed for the same reason. Hard to say, my friend. Hard to say. Just depends on what you were doing, right? I don't know what your XAML constructor constraint binding. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack there, my friend. You know what? You know what? Put it on GitHub. Put your little sample, a simple sample on GitHub. I'll take a quick look at it for you. Okay, I'll take a quick look, and I'll give you some feedback. Okay, so put that on GitHub, and DM me on Twitter with your link, and I'll check it out when I get some time. I'll see if I can figure out what's going on. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use this select tab async as a guide to implement our new add tab async. Now, I'm going to copy it in one line of code at a time so I fully kind of understand what's going on. So I'm going to start by grabbing the current page. Now, there is an interface called iPageAware. Now, this is another secret that is hidden because I do not want people accessing any page objects in their view models. So we hide this behind an interface, which is explicitly implemented, meaning although this is a public interface, you're not going to see the implementation on the iNavigation service, right? Because there's two different interfaces. But I can cast that navigation service to an iPageAware and grab the current page. Pretty cool, right? Here's your bucks. Started tinkering in Xamarin and tried it before, but could never figure out how Hyper-V didn't have an Android device, so gave up. Got my new phone last week and switched to Android. Nice! Nice! Okay, Vincent, Infogistics has no splash screen thing, so I tried to use some DevExpress splash screen thing. That's where the... Oh, God, dude! Yeah, no, don't... There's two different ways to do splash screens in WPF. One is just have an image, and all you have to do for an image is hit the properties on the image and set the build type to splash screen. That's it. You're done. You don't have to do anything else. Just set the build type to splash screen on the image and the properties in Visual Studio, and you're done. That's it, right? Or you can create a new window and just show the window, and it's your splash screen. It's just a window with some controls and stuff on it. Like, don't overcomplicate it, my friend. Prism seems awesome. Prism is awesome. And I didn't say that just because I wrote most of it. You know, I'm not saying it. I'm not biased at all. Okay. So we're able to grab this navigation service, cast it as an iPageAware, and get the page. Okay, so this is going to be the page, the tabbed page. So if we look at here, look, can I do the what is it? No, that's not it. It's Alt Tab. Alt Tab. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So.
You love me. You really
Oh, what's
love
this?
me.
Thank you, Gabrielle Murray. Thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so this is a decision we're gonna have to make here. Okay. This is very interesting. Selects the tab of the tabbed page parent. So we have to think about where we're calling this from. Okay. We have to think about that because right now we're calling it from the tabbed page. So, you know, we could say, you know, if current page is tabbed page, right? Tabbed page. Add our using statement there. Then we could do something with it, right? Okay, it's a tabbed page. So for example, let's just go ahead and run this because your implementation is going to depend on where you're calling it from, right? If you're calling it from a tab, obviously you're going to have to grab the parent tab page. Oh, I got to bring this up. And maybe that's a scenario that we want to handle, right? So if I hit this here, we're going to come in and we're going to see that our tabbed page, our current page is our tabbed page. But if that was within that tab, well, then that would not be a tab page. That would be a tab, and we'd have to find its parent. So that's kind of what we're doing in this. We're saying, hey, is the parent a tabbed page? The parent a navigation page? Right? So we're checking this. So let's. I don't know if we want to handle that, actually. I don't. I'm not sure. Let's just kind of throw this up here. Let's just do this. T page. Right. Let's just kind of set us up to change it. But for now, I'm going to assume that we only care that that we're calling this on the tab page itself. Right? Something like that. Then we can modify this code later to see, oh, if this is not, let's check its parent. If it's the parent, then let's check if it's a navigate. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, so stop showing this. All right. So now that we have the tabbed page, we have the tabbed page, right? We can actually, whoops, add children. I guess my IntelliSense can't pick the right one. Add, and then the tab, right? The tab we want to add, new tab. But we can do this now. That's how easy it is. So for example, just for fun, let's see if we could just hard code that. New, what do we have over here? What kind of views do we have? Oh, we have a tab child. Okay, new tabbed child. Let's create one of these. Tab child, not tabbed, tab child. There we go. Let's just add one of these real quick, right? The RS guy, good to see you. Little late, but hey, fashionably late. All right, so let's just test this now. We're gonna hard code it, right? It's not dynamic. We're not doing anything fancy. We're just proving that this is going to work. And I don't know if I think I have a header and stuff set on that. Maybe we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. So now the expectation is our app's going to load. And yeah, the RS guy, better late than never. Hey, ain't that the truth? The app's going to load. We'll see our button at the top. We're going to click our button. Our extension method is going to extend the navigation service. And then, yeah, okay, tab, child, tab. Okay, so let's click add tab. And look at there. We have another one. Right? We have another one. Add tab, add tab, add tab. Okay, so we've proven that we can do this, right? It's like, okay, this is really easy. Now the tricky part comes, how do I convert this tab child key into an object, right? Into an object that I can actually utilize and add, like that Prism knows about. Okay, I need to take the mapping, right? The mapping from the registration. So if we go to our app.xaml, right? We got to take this mapping from register for navigation, tab child, and take that registration that we're using here and convert that to the actual tab object. Well, once again, we are going to look at the Prism source code because this is going to tell us how to do it, right? So, see, this is tab to select page navigation registry. Oh, another little secret helper class, it looks like. Okay, but we don't need that. Actually, we need to create the object, not find it. Okay. Hold up, you can make tabs just like that. Yo, is Prism really about to change how I stand up WPF? Dude, have you not used Prism for WPF apps? Holy crap. You need... Okay, there's a link for my Pluralsight course on Introduction to Prism. You need to check that out, my friend. Your whole world's about to change on how you write WPF apps. Okay, so this is probably not what we want. We actually want to create, right? We want to create these objects, but we can get the type. So what can we do here? Let's go back. Let's look at another extension because I'm going to utilize the code that's already here, right? So let's look at some other extensions I have and see if we can do this. Go back to root, navigate async, get navigation path URI. Okay, that's I need, okay, process navigation path, not what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're not really creating anything here, it doesn't look like. Oh my god! Oh! Thank you, my friend! Auto 1! Just share 10 bits! Thank you, my friend, I appreciate that. Okay, so let's write some to-dos. I don't want to lose track of where I'm at.
Another one.
Right?
Another one.
Let's say create
Another
page.
Another
Based.
one.
Juju Blocks, thank you for the
one.
follow. I appreciate that. Based on name. Right? So we need to create a page based on that. Now, what is the best way to do that? Let's think, because this is a little different because we are creating objects, right? Let's see. Think. These extensions, let's go back. I'm going to read the code to the page navigation service. And let's see. Oh, I know. Process navigation for tab page. Create. I want create. Create page. Nope. Keep going. Okay, create page. Create from segment. Page utilities. Apply page behaviors. Configure page. Okay, I think this is where I want to go. I think I want to go here. Configure pages. Configure tab page. We're getting there. All right. Dan out here taking all the credit. Dan said, "Oh, you got more bits because I showed up." Maybe. Okay, wait. Juju Box said, "Why is there both a Xamarin and standard project?" I don't understand the question. Yeah, Dan, I did write this navigation service, but it was years ago, and you know how it is when you don't get in code for a while, right? you kind of forget, right? So, okay, we're probably going to want to do this. Okay, so tab pages. We want to set the auto wire. We'll probably care about that. Let's get back to that. I just want the basic behavior now. I'm not really concerned. Oh, 2 projects in this. Oh,
Penny for your
gotcha. Okay. What the?
That's good.
We all know what that means.
Like that.
It doesn't work. It means it doesn't work. My Yoda mask didn't turn on. Yoda mask is gone. Yoda mask is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. That can't be right. Hold on, I gotta search. There, I found it. It's really weird. That's really weird that it's missing from my shortcuts. Really weird. Really weird. But Alex redeemed the Yoda mask for the next 3 minutes. I will be Yoda. I'm not going to speak as Yoda, but yeah, I'll be Yoda. Okay, so the question was, why do you have two different projects? This is where all the shared code goes. This is a Xamarin.Forms application, and in Xamarin.Forms application, all your code goes in this standard project right here. Then you'll have platform-specific projects for each platform. In this case, I just have Android, but I can have iOS, you can have Mac, Tizen, like there's other WPF, UWP, right? You can have other platform projects here that are built using the same shared code. So you write your code once, and it's used everywhere. Okay, that's the idea. All right, so we're going to take this name. We need to create this page based on the name. Now, we have to do this using the container. Now, because we're not using the internal workings of Prism, right? Dan says, I'd love to see Brian build a Xamarin.Forms app with a WPF target. Yeah, I'd never do that. I would never do that. Okay, I want to, right here, this is the code I care about. This is create page. So we don't have create page from segment. Okay. We don't have this. Configure tab page. Okay. Because all this does, if we look, let's look at what this does. Hit segment name. We're creating the page. And the create page just uses the container. And we can do that. That's super easy. Okay. So in order, okay, so var tab equals, now we're going to just kind of work on this iteratively, right? We'll build up as we need it, okay? Okay, so what we need is the container. Container extension. No, not iContainer. It's no, what do we call that? Dang it. I haven't used this yet. Dan, what do we call our wait, container, dang it. Was it container provider? No, instance. Crap, I forgot what we call this stupid thing. Container locator, that's it. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, no, don't tell me. I need to upgrade. I need to update. Hold on. We'll update Prism here. I forgot that's newer. Yeah, I know. Oh! Ours guy redeemed the Spartan mask. That means for the next 3 minutes,
I'm going to be a Spartan. Hooah! Alright, here we go. I added this. Oh! Dan says I need to be 8.0. Okay. We're about to do some experimental stuff now. Include pre-release. The container locator is new. But it makes scenarios like this easier, right? What do you mean? Update this. Oh my god, this is one thing I hate about Nougat, is it has to build. Like, I don't care, just add the packet. I don't care if it builds or not, just add it. What? Oh my god. This is really annoying. Yeah, and nobody watching this should be using the container locator unless you have a really, really advanced understanding of properties. Like, yeah. Okay, what's going on? Detected downgrade from 4.6 to 3. Reference package directly. What the heck are you talking about? There's no package downgrade. Okay. What's it want? 4.6? What do I have installed? 3. Okay, let's install 4.6. 4.6. What's it looking for? 4.6726. Okay, let's install this. Okay. Now I should be able to update my Prism. Although I would think that would have taken care of that for me. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, looks like that worked. Hold on, let's see if it broke anything first. Let's build. Oh, because we did have some breaking changes. Oh no, nothing I care about. Okay, now we have what we need. Container.resolve, the type, and then the name. I know. We'll say object. The name is going to be the name we're passing in. Right? And so what I want to do is then we're going to add that tab that we just created. So that, hold on, add, it needs to be a type page. Okay. Now just do this as, I'll say as content page. Oh no, I'll say as page.
Right. Get that to me, would you? All right, let's see if this works. I'm actually curious. Let's hit our breakpoint here. Breakpoint here. Okay. This is actually a good exercise. So the container locator. So Dan and myself are strongly opposed to service locator pattern. And this is the service locator pattern where you use a static class to reference other services and objects and things like that. However, we are pragmatic as well, and there are very certain cases where you need that, this being one of them. But we highly discourage the use of that. So let's see if this will work. I upgraded Xamarin.Forms and I upgraded Prism, but I didn't upgrade any of the other stuff. So let's see. Let's see. Yes, and Prism actually has to use it to get regions to work. That's true. Okay, so let's hit Add Tab. Nice, check this out. What do we got? What do we got? We got our tabbed page. And we have our tab child. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Hold on. I need this. Right? We got it. It was that easy. Okay, so let's do something. It's not broken. It's not broken, Dan. It worked just fine. Okay, something else. We need to no view model, no nap. We're getting there. Okay, chill. So, yes, we need view model, right? We need a view model. We need the maybe, right? Like I initialize. I'm not going to do navigation because this is not navigation. But this is I initialize, so you can do I initialize, right? We need stuff like that, okay? We need to be able to create the page, have the view model created, right? Check to make sure the view model's there, and then call some methods so we can pass parameters because this is all about passing parameters, right? We got to do that. So let's get to that. Furkan, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining. K1 says, is it possible to use the same WPF view models with Xamarin.Forms? I mean, with all the Prism stuff. It is possible. You will not be able to use the same navigation approach, but you can have a base view model and a separate shared assembly. And then you would have your project or your platform specific view models derive from those base view models and then implement the navigation paradigm for that platform. But yes, you could totally do that. I've actually done it myself. Okay. So the next step to this is we need to make sure the view model is created. Okay.
Another one.
Mebadai. Wait, no. Mebadai.
And another one.
Mebadai. Is that it? Mebadai. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So if we can read our code again, under the create page for segment, we can see that we're creating pages. And then we have this. Ooh, look, I think I could take this. I could take that all I want right there. Page utilities, set auto wire view model on page. Okay, I can do that. So what this is going to do, this is going to automatically apply the AutoWire view model on page. Yeah. Wait, what's it? Oh, tab. I need to say tab. Right? This is going to assign... Wait, what do you mean it's not? Oh, no. Is that... That might be public. I mean, private. Is that internal? Dan says, even with regions, there are some going to be some small tweaks, although I'm working hard to keep similar API. Yeah, so what we want to do is first... So what this does is this would automatically apply AutoWire, but if we look at our tab child, we can see that it's already there, so we don't have to do that. So you may or may not have to do that. So that should already have a view model. That should already have a view model. So now we just check, you know, if tab.binding context is I initialize, right? Let me give it a name. What do I call this stupid thing? TI. Tab initialize. Okay. I'm going to say page utilities dot invoke view and view model action, right? Yep. The view, which is going to be the TI, and then the action, which is TI dot initialize, and then we pass in our parameters. So this is where we're going to need parameters, right? Yeah, Dan says you're just checking if viewModelLocator.get is. Yeah. That's all we're doing. I mean, we could do it. Like I said, I'm doing this iteratively. Like right here, we could check. Like Dan says, check if the can't type if the AutoWire is hooked up, and if not, then add it. But I don't know if we need to do that. There's an initialize method in... Oh, is there? Oh, well, this will make it so much easier. All right, I see what you did. I see what we did. Okay, TI. I'll say null for now. We'll need to await this. We'll convert that to a task. Right. We'll make that async. All right, so we do have to have a task here. That's fine. Going to await uninitialize. And we haven't passed in parameters yet, but let's do that. Let's add I navigation parameters. And we'll make that a optional. And then we'll pass that in there. Right? That works. Okay, so we're checking to see if the binding context from the view model of the tab implements INitialize, and if it does, we're going to pass some parameters to that interface method. So what that means is I'm going to go to my tab child, and I'm actually going to implement INitialize. I want to make sure we... Oh, it actually has it in the base class. Look at there. Override initialize. Sweet.
You love me.
Harpy750. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's go back to our extension. Oh, hold on. We got to make this async. No. Async await now. Because we converted that extension method to a task, right? All right, so what are we doing now? Okay. So we can do this if we want. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in this demo or not. But if you're doing this in a production app, maybe you want to do that. I don't know. Let's see how our time goes. Let's see how the time goes. Okay, so we check to see if the binding uninitialized. So we're passing parameters, right? We're not gonna check if we're allowed to navigate or allowed to click. I mean, you could do that. Are you allowed to create that? I don't think we need to do that. Like I said here, to do may, depending on your needs, right, may want to check if the page is a tabbed page, or a tab with a parent tab page, right? Kind of depends on your requirements. Oh, okay. All right. So now that we have our parameters, let's test the parameters. So on our add here, let's pass some parameters. Let's pass. What do we want to pass here? How about var p equals new navigation parameters, and we'll say p.add. I don't know what we're gonna call it. We'll just call it ID. Whatever. We'll call it ID. And something, I don't know, something random. Date time dot now dot milliseconds or something. Right? Or just datetime.now. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do that. And let's pass in our parameters. And let's change our tab child. And we're going to update, is it the title? What are we binding to here? Oh, we don't have a property. We don't have like a title. Okay, so let's do this. Let's add a property. P string. We'll call it title. Title. We'll set the title equal to parameters.getValue. We called it it's a string, and we called it ID, right? So we're going to set that, and then we'll change our tab child here to create a binding to the title property. That makes sense. Everyone follow along what we're doing there. All right. I just want to test every time we create a page or a tab that we're just passing some random, the date time, and it's different. Let's run this. Let's run this and see if what we have is working. I don't like to go too long coding without testing it, unlike someone else I know. Dan! Dan! Dan does it all the time. Oh, that's why Dan's always breaking stuff. Oh, you need to initialize parameters with a default, so it's not null when you pass it into the initialize. That should, when you pass in null, it should automatically get an instance of those parameters. A new instance is created because we take the parameters object and we take the incoming query parameters, and then we create a new parameters object. So this will actually never be null when it comes through on initialize. So when I receive this in the view model, it will never be null. It's impossible. It's impossible. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this. Oh, we might want to select it. There it is. So that says 29. Let's add a new one. Oh, now we have... Okay, so we added 2, and we had an issue. So let's hit some breakpoints and see what our issue was. I'm going to... where should I start? Probably on my extension. The problem's probably in the extension, so let's take a look at what we're doing here. Who has added more test project and tests and made sure we're test... Oh, no. How many, 1,000 tests existed before you came on the project? And who wrote all those? I'm just saying. Okay, tab page. Let's look. Binding. Got that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, the first one worked. Let's add it again. Let's see where the problem was. So we have a tab. Okay, we have some parameters. Interesting. The tabbed page was null. Very interesting. Why did that happen? Because we're calling this not from a tab. We're calling it from the tab control. Yeah, current page That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be it, though. Because this is the navigation service. No, this is the navigation service on the tabbed page view model. Right here. Because it could be in the navigation page inside of a tabbed page. No. This navigation service is specific to the tabbed page. So this instance of the tabbed page navigation service .page property should be the tabbed page. Right? So every time we inject a navigation service, unless that scope changes you made broke this, Dan, but each time you inject a navigation service to a page, that main page, or that page property of the iPageAware is for the page it's associated with. That's how the navigation works. This should be for the page, which could be a tab or a child in it. No, Dan, you're not getting what I'm saying. This page on this navigation service comes from the tabbed page. This main page shouldn't be updated. Each page gets its own navigation service instance. So that should not be, this should not be any other page except the tabbed page. Period. I'll have to dig into that more, but we can still fix it. It looks like we have to check if it's a, if it's a tab page, if it's not a tab page, yada, yada, yada. So let's go back into our code and let's go back to where we were doing that. Because I've already got that logic figured out. Right here. Here we go. Is that not the case of what you're seeing? No, it's not the case of what I'm seeing because we are calling add tab async from the tabbed page view model, meaning that the tabbed page view model iNavigation service dot page needs to be the tabbed page and not any other page. Okay, so now we can say, okay, current page. Okay, that's a page. That's fine. Let's just do it else. It's fine. Let's do really quick. I'll look into that later. We can still fix it because first we're going to check if the page is the tab page. If it is, well then, yeah, that's it. Otherwise, is the parent a tabbed page? Okay, we'll grab that. And if it, okay, so we got that figured out. That's an easy fix. Let's run this. Where is my visor? There it is. Yeah, once this instance is created, this navigation service instance for this tabbed page is created, that page property should not be updated. So the first time it comes through, it's correct. It's the tabbed page. Yep. Boom. Okay, good. That worked. Here's our tab child. See it? Right? Now I hit add tab again. It should still be the tabbed page because this is the navigation service of the tabbed page. That's fine though because we can still do it. So fixed it. Fixed it. And we should probably select it, right? We should probably select that tabbed page. So we'll say tabbed page. Whoop. Tabbed page dot selected item. Oh, is it selected item? I don't remember. I think it is. I think it's selected item. I think so. Let's look. Because I had that code. I had this code as well. It's been a while since I had to do that. It's funny when you don't use it, you lose it. That's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna look at this. JD girl, how you doing? Where is that navigation service coming from? It's coming from the view model. That was injected via the view model. So we need tabbed page. Need to go back there. Nope, 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 nope. Don't need that. Oh, nope, don't need that. No, no, no. Not. Configure. Oh, here we go. Configure pages. Now we're looking for tabs to select. Right here. Tab select. Hit type. Okay. Tab page, select tab. Select the tab. Page there. Okay, we get that. We look through children. Current page. Tab page, current page. That's what I'm looking for. That works. JD says the music is a little loud, but it's not too loud. Okay, then it's not too loud. And the music should go quieter when I'm talking. So you shouldn't hear the music hardly at all. Right? Okay, so now what we're doing is we're gonna create this, and then once it's created, we'll select it. So that should be the new behavior. Let's get this running. Come on, come on, come on. Hurry up. I'm so impatient. Okay. Add. There we go. And it's selected. Yay! We did it! And with that new code we added... Hold on. Dan says, oh wait, I know why it's not working. It's a U bug. If you look at the create page in the navigation service, we create a new scope before resolving a new page, which means we'll get a new navigation. Oh, that's that scoping stuff you added. So that's the scoping thing. Okay, so I got to look at what you did there. That's not a me bug. That's that scoping crap you added. Let's look. Let's look. Let's go to create page. Create page. I think it's down a little, actually. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Here we go. Oh, right there. So, crap. Do I have to do a create scope now? That kind of blows. So this is new. This didn't used to exist. Let's test it, though. Let's test it. I should be able to say container locator dot container dot create scope. And then I'm going to hit a breakpoint here. I'm going to test it. Let's try this now. Yeah, so we added some, I guess we added some complexity when we added that scoping stuff. But even without the scoping, I mean, I still managed to get it to work. But it did break. It did break. Because if I would have tried to navigate from the tab page again, it wouldn't have worked properly. So that would be broken. Okay, so let's hit add tab. Right where I want it. Add tab. Yep, that fixed it. That fixed it right there.
You love me.
All right. Who was that? RNV Dev. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. And look, it looks like we have it. But what's cool about this is we did add the logic for the children, right? So let's play around, shall we? Let's go to our tab child and let's add a button. Right? In this button text, it's going to say add tab. Right? We're going to dynamically add a tab from the tab page. Right? No, from a tab in a tabbed page. Command finding add tab command. And then let's go ahead and I'm just going to copy this mess. Good old copy paste never gets you in trouble, does it? Nope. Never ever. Never ever. And let's add our namespace for our new extension method. Okay. So we have that. Theoretically, I should just be able to hit run and it should just work. Right? Don't need that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's test this. Dan, it never gets me in trouble if I copy code. Oh, copy code from dansiegel.net. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. I meant to open this. Okay, so I can hit add tab from here or from here. Ho ho ho! How do you like them apples? Okay. Okay. Now, also because of this logic, where's our, right here. Also because of this, you see how we're checking for a navigation page? Theoretically, where is, this should work. I just got to remember the syntax for this. So tab child, I'm going to set its title to something else. Tab 1. And then, was it navigation page? Navigation page dot, oh, what is it? It's, no, crap, I forgot the syntax for this. Dan, do you remember off the top of your head how to do that? Actually, I think we do it in our samples. Prism library, Prism, end-to-end, forms, source. I don't know if it's hello world or not. My navigation. No, maybe it's not. Maybe module A. Maybe I have a tabbed in module A. X arguments. I was close. I thought it was like A arguments. Yes, X args. That's what I'm looking for right there. And then I'm going to copy that. And this would be tab, and we'll call this tab 2. Yep, Dan, got it, found it. So what we're doing is we're hard coding one tab child, then we're going to put another tab child in a navigation page. Okay, another instance. So we're kind of nesting these objects, right? We're nesting these pages into other views, making it complex. So let's do this. Come on, hurry up. I'm so impatient. That's so slow. And this is a real device I'm using, by the way. So this is a whoop whoop. See that? Oh, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Navigation page. Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot my title. Ugh. That's why it's not showing up. I swear. Xamarin can just be a major pain in the butt. There we go. It's a family affair! Dialogunis and JD Bug. Oh, excuse me, JD Girl. I call her JD Bug. She has lots of nicknames. Are both in my stream. So, Dialogunis is my wife. JD Girl is my daughter. Alright, so now both tabs show up. Here's tab 1. We can add a tab from here. Excuse me. Here's tab 2. That's inside of a navigation page. That's why we're getting two bars up here, because we have multiple navigation pages going on here, which is usually not good, right? So I'll hit a tab page again, and boom, we have another tab child from within there. So And of course, I can hit tab page here, add a tab. Boom, we're adding tab pages everywhere. It's insane. It's insane. Oh my god.
What kind of place is this?
I don't know. Okay. That looks pretty good though. I guess, I mean, really, that's kind of it. I mean, we could check this, right? We could check. We could do this. What is it? If, hold on. I gotta think real quick. Auto wire. It's been a while since I did this. View model. What is it? Auto, no, view model yeah. View model locator. That's what it is. View model locator. Excuse me. View model locator dot AutoWire get AutoWire view model. The object, which is the tab, right? So var AutoWire equals get AutoWire, right? And so this is going to return basically a Boolean letting us know if the AutoWire is applied or not. And so I could say, you know, if AutoWire. What the heck? I said if. If AutoWire. Oop, not AutoWire. If that's false, then we can set it. We can go ahead and set it for them, right? We can do this. So we'll say set AutoWire on the tab, and we'll say true. So we can force, right, the AutoWire. Oh my gosh. There. Right? We can totally do that. Harrison says, so you're saying that Inception with navigation page is bad. Yes, it is. It's very bad. Right? So yeah, there, we did it. So basically what we're saying here is that, hey, if the view model hasn't automatically been created and assigned, we're not using the AutoWire view model equals true, then I'm going to force it to work. I'm going to force you to do that, and it will have a binding context by the time I get here, because this is all synchronous code, right? And then we'll call on initialize. We're passing parameters. I mean, is there anything else? Okay, we did that. We're checking if the current page is a tabbed page. We're checking if the parent, where we're at, if we're at a navigation page. We're checking all that stuff. So, you know, I want to see something real quick. I'm going to test something just for my own knowledge. I'm going to run this again. Beer Belly Elf! This is unique. I think it is. This is actually pretty advanced. We are extending the Prism framework with an extension method to add pages to a Xamarin.Forms tabbed page dynamically at runtime. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see, I thought so. Right? Yeah. Okay, stop. I was just testing that. I'll put that back. Sweetness. I'm gonna get my throat clear here. Okay. So I think I'll close. Done with there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to really worry about. I'm trying to think. Dan, can you think of anything? Because this isn't like navigation, right?
When one person
Oh, Bear Belly Elf, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. You know what that means? It means we are blending. Oh yes, we are blending, my friend. Bear Belly Elf says, sorry, you lost me. The concept of streaming this is pretty awesome, though. Something I've always wanted to learn how to do, just haven't had the time and the ability to do so. Well, I stream, it looks like every Thursday. I used to do Tuesday and Thursday, but I'm doing a lot of videos from my YouTube channel. Work is really kicking my ass right now. So it's really hard to get streaming twice a week, but I am getting it every Thursday so far. So that's good. Okay, I'll try to at least every Thursday, but I'm still going to try to hit Tuesday and Thursday. But Dan, I can't think of anything else really right? You're doing on initialized? No. Oh. Ugh. No, we are. Right here, we're doing... Okay, I see what you're saying. No, not on navigator to or on navigator from. Because that doesn't make sense. You're not... This is, we're adding a tab dynamically. We're not navigating to it. So on initialize makes sense. So this right here, we need to check if the binding context is I initialize or I initialize async. Right? We could do that. I mean, essentially, right? Something like that. Oh, yeah. We already do that check. We do. We don't have to do this check. I don't have to do any of this. Thanks for reminding me. Dan is absolutely right. Prism already makes that check for you. So all we have to do is this. All right, brother. Hey, man. Thanks for the help. Take it easy. I'll see you on Slack. So there. Yeah. So what Dan mentioned and reminded me is our on-initialized async method will already check the incoming type for the interface. And so we'll call both the asynchronous version and the non-asynchronous version. So we just have to do one line of code. So yeah, this makes it even easier right here, actually. I mean, and technically, I could get rid of this and do this. But I think it's easier to read. I think that's more understandable if we do that, right? So we're checking our page type here. I mean, if you wanted to, you can convert this to a method, right? Get tabbed page, which would return the proper tab page. We could totally do that. But I think, so we're not going to handle, well, hold on. What about behaviors? No, I don't think... I don't know if I'm going to worry about it. I think this does it, though. I think we can do it. I think we accomplished what we wanted to do. This is a great example of, you know, extending Prism, okay? Reading Prism's source code to understand how some of the inner workings work so we can make the changes that we need here, okay? So, yeah, I think that works. I think we accomplished our goal. So I'm going to actually copy and paste this and provide it in the issue. Because I don't think I'm going to add this to Prism. I mean, I could. I don't know. What do you all think? Should this actually go in Prism? This seems pretty specific. I don't know if I want to add that to the Prism code base or not. And we just pulled it off in an extension method. Right? So... Oh, and they want to do add tab async when you put a navigation... Oh, hold on now. Hold on. They want to do the navigation page thing. Okay, well, if we're going to... That makes it pretty tricky. So that means... Here, we actually need to get the correct type. Because we would have to check the segment. We'd have to check the name, right? Check name for a special syntax. Navigation page. Type. You know, what do we call this? I'll just say tab page, right? We'd have to check for that syntax. Then, if it does have a navigation page... oh my gosh. Okay, if nav page, then create that first. Right? Then, create the second page, and add it to the nav page stack. Then continue with whatever we have down here. So that could get a little fun. Right? That could be a lot of fun, actually. Because I can utilize the code that I've already written to do that. Let me go back. Yes, here. And it's going to be... No, it's going to be... What is going to be? Harrison, how is this different from the creating tabs at runtime that is already built in? Well, what's different there is actually... tabs to create. This is the code that creates the tabs. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So the difference there... Oh my god. We got one of you already. How do I get you out of here? Boom. All right. So that's a great question, Harrison. And essentially the question is, so how is it different from creating tabs at runtime and that's already built in? So the main difference is how you create them. When creating tabs at runtime with Prism now, so for example, let's go to our app.xaml, right? I can actually create a tab by doing create tab equals and then the name of the tab, tab child, right? So I can create a tab using a parameter, right? That's how Prism lets you dynamically create them when the app starts or when you navigate to the page. But this is specifically asking, like, I have a running application, right? The application is running, but I want to have a button somewhere or some action that will just, boom, create a tab right there while the app is running, right? While the user is invoking this action to create that tab based on some logic, right? That's the difference. This is, I'm writing the application, I have logic that is determining what tabs I'm going to create, and then that is decided up front, right? That's the big difference there. But we can take this logic that's written for the create tabs. Okay, get values, but be a little different there. It'd be like this. It'd be like this right here. We would have to create the navigation page, right? So if it's greater than 1, that means we're dealing with a navigation page. Now, create a tab. Here, let me just kind of copy this in. Let's just copy this in and kind of mess with it. Right, not there. I want to put it there, that's for sure. Let's put it in this class, and we'll just call it a void test. And I just want to look at it, really. Okay, so tabs to create. Okay. So, for example, this is how we're checking. Okay, so we'll say tabs to create split. Tab segments is what we're calling it. And this is going to be name. Okay, so this is going to give us this is going to split on this custom navigation page, tab page syntax that they want. If we go back to the issue. Oh, wrong one. That's Twitter. If we go back to the issue. Right here, they said, or with a navigation page. So they want to add a tabbed page that's embedded in a navigation page using this similar syntax, right? Navigation page, pipe, my tab. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to split this incoming name. And then we can check if the length is greater than 1. Okay, we can do that. So if it's greater than 1, that means we're dealing with that pipe syntax. Right, that's the assumption being made here. And actually, I should probably say if it's greater than, like, if it equals 2, right? If the length equals 2, depends on how strict you want to be. But we'll just go with that. We'll go with that. Okay. So once we get that, then we create the navigation page, the very first Okay, here we go. Here we go. We can do this. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to create our scope up here. Now we have this. So if we have more than one, well, then now we got to create the navigation page. Otherwise, it's a single instance, and we can keep this. We can keep. Oh, okay. Now we need a tab page. We need a page to track that tab. What am I doing in that code snippet down here? Oh, I'm working with tab segments. Okay. Ooh, oh, and we do this. Okay, that's kind of nice, actually. So maybe we should refactor some of this, possibly. But for now, let's just kind of get it to work. So I'm actually going to take... Yeah, see? Let's think about this. Okay, for now. Just for now. Let's just move this into the else. Just for now. We can refactor this once we figure this out. But now we're dealing with... the navigation page, right? Now we're going to check if it's the navigation page and create it first. Well, it's going to be, because that's the assumption they want to make. So now we're going to create var nav page equals this as a navigation page. Because that is what they're expecting, okay? So, and this isn't going to be name. This is going to be tag segments. Index of 0, the very first one. This will give us our navigation page. Okay. So once we have that, oh, we're also checking to make sure it's not null, which might be good, right? Actually, we might want to do this. Like, if it's null, if it is null, you screwed up. Something like this. You could throw an exception. Throw what, like, invalid cast exception? Operation, like, something like that. I don't know. No. I don't know. Throw a new exception. Depending on the rules, right? The first segment, I don't know, some rule, like the first segment in the name must be of type navigation page, right? I mean, you want to enforce that rule. I don't know, whoever uses this, they might want to check this. Okay, so we're creating that first. We're going to create the navigation page. We have the navigation page. Now that we have the navigation page, we have to create the child. And so this is where this comes in when we copy child. Whoop. This is the actual tab. Right? So you get... Yeah, that's right. We get the tab. Then we push that onto there. Yeah, nav page. This makes sense now. So now what we're doing is we are pushing this new tab onto the navigation page, navigation stack. So we did that. We created the page. We added it to the stack. Okay. After we did that, what are we doing? Yeah, so when creating a navigation page with DI, a blank page object is injected into the CTOR. Let's remove it. Oh. Yeah, we probably want to do that. Okay, and then we'll set some titles. Because Xamarin doesn't do that for us. See, that was not too bad. Not too bad. Right, something like that. Oh, what's this? We got an underline. Page icon is obsolete. Use icon image source instead. Okay, well, we have to support both. So nav page icon image source equals tab that icon image source. So we have to support both. And then we have to fix this. Right? Does that look right? Okay, now what we got to talk about is that tab page. Whoa, hold on. Nope. Nav page. That's what we care about right there. We're adding the nav page, not the tab page. Okay, so we have that. So now this is where we start to refactor a little bit. So we got to come above here. Let's create a var new or tab to add or something like that. Tab. Let's say new tab. Okay, we're gonna say new tab. It has to be. Well, I'll make it a type page because we don't know exactly what it is, right? Could be a navigation page. Could be whatever. So we'll say new tab. So here, let's comment this out, and we can say new tab equals nav page, right? And then here, we're going to cut this out, Oh, this is going to be interesting, actually. For now, let's cut this out. And this. We need to cut this out as well. Because this is going to be the new tab that we're adding. Right? And then that means we need to set this new tab equals. Something like that. Right? However, we kind of need. Let's do this. We need to void. Oh, we can static void. Set auto wire view model. Right? We need to do something like this. And the incoming bindable object. Right, and so we'll say this. Well, that looks good. So now, set auto wire view model. New tab. Because we're going to want to do this up here as well after we create that. Right? We want to set the auto wire on that as well. All right. I think we're making some progress here. Okay, so if the nav page isn't first, then we broke a rule, and the first element, the first segment in the name must be of type navigation page. Okay. I mean, or yeah. I mean, how do we want to write this? There's so many ways to write code. I mean, we could even say, hey, if nav page is a navigation page, and say, maybe we do something like this, right? And then put all this code within the nav page. Well, let's say page. Sorry, page. I mean, we could do that as well, and not even throw the exception. What do you think? What do you guys like better? Do you like how we did it before? You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's keep it the way we had it. Doesn't matter. There's so many different ways to do this. Okay, so what else do we have? So we're on initialized. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to work because we're going to need it on initialized. Okay, yep. That's what we're going to have to do right there. Glad I saw that. So essentially what we're saying is, hey, we're going to look at the name and we're going to split it based on this syntax. And if the first index of that split is of a navigation page, which it should be, we're going to keep going. Otherwise, hey, if that's null, yeah, you have an issue. Actually, is null or equal null? I think that'll work. I wonder which one's faster. I don't know. And then, so once we create the navigation page, we create the sub page, which is the second index, which I almost made a mistake. Index of 1. Right? We create the tab. We set the auto wire. We do on initialize passive parameters. Push it to the navigation page. Add the fix the navigation page because of the way Xamarin.Forms works. And then set the title and call it good. Otherwise, we're good. We're good. That looks good to me. I mean, we could eliminate the second tab up here. We could eliminate that and just call this, but I don't want to duplicate that code. Okay. How's that look? Does it look good to everyone? I think that looks okay. New tab equals, set auto wire. Boom. We set new tab. Here, we're checking the segments. Okay, so let's test it. Let's test it. Let's go to our main page view model here and add tab async, navigation page, type tab child. Okay, let's run it. Run it and find out what happens. What do you think? You think we got it? Oh, is anyone still watching? Everyone's like, I don't know what the hell he's doing. That's so confusing. Okay, so we have our tab 1, tab 2. But I'm gonna hit this add tab at the top. And okay, this looks good. We do have this interesting. Oh wait, is that because we don't have a title? It works, but we have this white bar up there, but we're setting the title. That's what we're doing here. We're setting the title, the tab title, unless the tab doesn't have it. Unless we don't have a title. Let's go to tab child. No, the title is tab child. We do have that. So it works. It works. We just got to figure out what is causing the white bar. I'm trying to remember. I've seen this before. It's been a while. It's been a long time, actually. Okay, let's do a test. First, let's get rid of the main page here. Run it again. I've seen that white bar before, and I forgot what caused it. I'm trying to remember what caused that. Oh, not there. Okay, so let's add our tab. Wait a minute. That's not even giving us a bar. Okay, let's look at this really quick. Hit add tab and see what's going on here. Tabbed page. Okay, so we can have our tabbed page. Creating our scope. Oh, it's only tab child. That's why. Okay. Well, that's not gonna work. We have a title. Boom, that's a title. Tab child boom. Ah, right here. Navigation page. Boom. Unless I misspelled it. Okay, let's try this again. Why would we get that white bar? If anyone has any ideas, please feel free to say something. But I mean, it's working, kind of. So we'll add tab. Move this to the side. So we have our tabbed page. That's good. Creating our scope. We have our tag segments greater than 2. Nav page. Okay, great. That's working. That's perfect. Okay, so now we have our push. So now the nav page navigation stack should have something on it, which it does. It has 2, but go to the base. Base. Children 2. That's the empty page we're going to remove. That's our tab child. That's good. Set the title, icon image source. Set the new tab to the nav page, which now should only have 1. Yep. Tab child. Perfect. Okay. Children.add. Ah, something happened on the add. That's not even our code. That's not even our code. It happened here. Interesting. I mean, we got the tab, but did you see that? It popped right out. Let's hit it again. I wonder if the reparent issue. Yeah, they're all navigation pages, so they're on the stack. That worked. But the one that's hard-coded actually has the tab. Oh, wait a minute. Now this one works. Oh, wait, no, that's a hard-coded one. No, that's not the hard-coded one. That's not the hard-coded one. This was the one that was generated. How come this one works? Let's add another one. Now that one works. Oh, that's hilarious. Wow, what's going on there? What is going on there? Look at there. Now, wait. Wait, now it works? Wait, it works now? Okay, so this is a Xamarin.Forms issue, because maybe they don't expect people to actually add these tabs, these navigation pages runtime, because it works now. Live coding. This is the cry laugh stage of debugging. Right after denial, exactly. It suddenly started drawing. That is so funny. Oh my God. So I don't. Is it? Is it? Is it broken, Miley? Miley, did you break it? It's your fault. I know it. What the? What the hell?
What kind of place is this?
Now it works? Let me take off the breakpoint. Okay, now it doesn't work. Now it works. Okay, I'm chalking this up to a bug and Xamarin.Forms dynamically adding a tab with a navigation page. That is hilarious. Straight up, that's hilarious. Off topic, but does Inference have a release date for the Blazor components? Yes, actually, it's gonna be at the end of this month. I think it's like the 25th. I think we're releasing the 25th. Soft. Live coding says anger is not a stage in debugging. Anger is always there. That's true. Always there. So the Arvis guy asking for the commands. Sorry, those commands are actually, if you scroll down on the page you're viewing, a list of my commands should be there. But not everyone can call them, obviously. But you can call a lot of them. So, okay. Given that this person wanted to have that behavior, we did implement it. Right? We did implement that. However, should we add it? Because obviously there's an issue with that feature. Right? So, I mean, I could try to like force this back to the UI thread. Maybe it's something to do with that. I mean, I could try to force that. I wonder if that is the issue or not. Let's try it. I don't think so, but it should already automatically return to that UI context. Because we called it from a UI context. And by default, configure wait is true. So let's see. Add a tab. No, see that didn't matter. Okay, let's see if I can get it to show up just by clicking around. Can I get it? Can I get it? Click. Add a tab. Now that one works. That one doesn't. Lucio! Hey, good to see you, my friend. That is hilarious. So, because it has a bug, I don't think we should actually ship that. Or I'm not going to show him how to do that. Because obviously there's a rendering bug when trying to do the navigation page. Obviously there's a rendering bug. I don't have an iOS device, so I can't test it on iOS. So, but I mean, this was fun. We could just change this back. I could try to undo. I could just copy this out. You know, let's try undo. No, you know what? That's too much to undo. That's too much to undo. That undo history would be crazy. Let's just fix it. Add an extra tab and remove that. Yep. Because we have found an issue. That can all just go away. And we could just do this. It simplifies our code. Okay, our new tab, and we can actually put this back. Because I'm gonna provide this as a single code snippet. Oh, the bomb, that only works when the avatars are shown. If you're trying to use the bomb, only the avatars. Because you could blow up other avatars with your bombs. Okay, let's see. I think this is good. Let's just test this again. Let me put this back. We're not going to support the navigation page approach that they wanted. And that's because of the rendering bug that Xamarin.Forms seems to have. But our code could easily do it. Right? Not a problem for Prism to do it. Are you bombing Brian or his code? An attack on my code is an attack on me. Okay, so did I fix all that? Yeah. Okay, let's just run this one more time to make sure I didn't break anything. Oh, see, I did break something. Oh, yeah, right here. See there? See there? That's why we always double check. Double check it, make sure this works, and then I will provide this as a solution to the person, but I will close the issue as will not implement. So this issue there. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's tab 1, tab 2. We'll go ahead and add a tab. There's a tab child. Add a tab up here. There's a tab child. Add a tab here. Yep, that all works. Perfect. Okay, we fixed it. We will call this issue answered. And here is the solution. Let's go ahead and answer this. Okay. Thank you for the suggestion. However, this is not something we will be adding to Prism, as there are rendering issues when dealing with the navigation page. Thank you for the follow. What is that? A1IP? Navigation page. Golly, I can't type. Then again, if you watch me stream, you know that I cannot type anything. Thank you for that. However, this is not something we'll be adding to Prism, as there are rendering issues in XF when dealing with dynamically. Oh my god. Creating and adding a navigation page. To the... What the... I hit the E. I think it's my keyboard. Okay, so there are rendering issues in XF when dealing with dynamically creating and adding navigation, a navigation page to the tabbed page .children collection. Yeah. For now.
Oh shit,
You can use, oh, trust that man.
let me see your hips. Oh shit, shake that ass while moving like your gypsy. Stop.
Thank you very much.
Let me see your hips.
Thank you very much. And I just realized I went that whole time with one of my lights off. so my whole green screen was messed up that whole time and no one said a word. Oh well. Yeah, so for now you can use this extension method. Yeah. To achieve your request. Boom. Note. Yeah, I better note this. Note. Make sure you upgrade to Prism V8 in order to use the container locator. Otherwise, you'll have to expose it yourself. There. Look good? I think it looks good. No, make sure you upgrade to Prism V8 in order to use the container locator. Otherwise, you'll have to expose it yourself. Okay. Sounds good. All right, I think this is good. Close. Done. All right. Settle down. Settle down, people. Settle down. All right, and that's that. I call that a success. That's it's my lunchtime now. This time, I just heard my wife walk in the door. So you know what that means? That means we need to find somebody to stream. And who haven't I streamed in a long time? Or stream. What am I talking about? What the heck am I talking about? Yeah, I meant raid. We need to raid somebody. And who haven't I raided in a while? I raided Code Rush last time. What is bald bearded Bill? I know I raided him before too. Oh, CL Dub. Hold on, let me check this. Let me see what he's working on. Root Force SMS Go Live notifications. Twitch, Twilio, and C#. That sounds pretty interesting. Okay, let's do this. We are going to raid CL Dub. / raid CL Dub. I think that's all I got to do. Right? Yes. Okay. So I think we had a pretty fulfilling stream. I mean, we actually accomplished something, right? We didn't have to add a feature to Prism, but we showed a way to extend Prism. You know, learn how to read the code to where we can really take advantage of extension methods in C#, right? And if Prism doesn't provide something out of the box, we saw how easy it is to kind of just do it ourselves. Okay, like we don't have to rely on Dan or myself to do it for you. You can actually just take on the task yourself. And so that's how you would do it. Just read the code. Read the code. Anyways, I am starving. I would like to thank every one of you for joining me today. I greatly appreciate you all. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you for the cheers. I just really appreciate you. And I know you could spend your time doing anything else today, and you chose to spend it with me. And that makes me feel good. So I'm going to go have lunch. K1, thank you. Star Sky, everyone, thank you. I will see you next time. Let's go give CL Dub a raid. Now spam the crap out of those comments. I'm serious. Spam the crap out of them. See you next week.